Welcome back to NieR. So let's have first one with more screen. Again, keep those in mind for now. And let's do another thing that Ocarina of Time did. A time
boy.
skip.
Oh, that can be
Actually,
applied to
well,
anything.
specifically, Pedro, a time skip after the villain essentially conquered, not conquered the war, but
Oh, okay.
you know, inflict a loss to the
So
to the
does this
hero.
mean? So does this mean that the village is now full of zombies?
No, the village has been safe for a while, but the shades, as you can see, have been upgraded in a sense that in those 5 years they have managed to get better equipment in order to protect themselves from the sunlight. However, even Papa NieR has trained, let's just say that, and a lot of things happen. Well, not important. More importantly, he lost an eye somehow. We don't know how. It's not really important. But more importantly, he can use now two more weapon types: two hand swords, and my favorite weapon type, mostly in JRPGs, the spear, which is the one I'm gonna.
And
Which
now,
is the one I'm gonna use for the rest of the game, essentially, because the two-hand sword are powerful, but they're slow as fuck. The spear instead has an incredible good range and is very fast and covers a bit more ground.
And
So
nowadays-
essentially, it's the more suitable weapon for me.
and nowadays, Shades have learned to actually wear armor now. Go figure.
Yeah, I think is going to be mentioned later on that they use this to protect themselves from the sunlight and from one attacks. The satisfying part is that you can use both magic and your normal attacks to break the armor, like it all.
We've taken more casualties.
Thankfully, once again, the village is safe for the most part, but as you can imagine, in 5 years, a lot of stuff may have happened, and you will see what exactly happened, both here in the village and in the rest of the world, bit by bit.
Look at him.
Sure.
Look what they've done to him.
The humanity.
The Shades are even attacking the village now. And armored ones, no less.
Mm-hmm.
This village of yours seems to be changing for the worse.
Well, ain't that a shame?
I never asked for this.
That one day changed everything. 5 long years.
And the worst part is that Papa NieR doesn't still know, no, it's not even close to get his daughter, to at least know where she is.
Maybe some other place got better in these 5 years?
Well, since we're reprising the action from now, maybe we can start to know something.
So, well, this is what happens if Series of Unfortunate Events didn't have its self-ironic
There we go. A clue to see how the villages change this radically is the fact that the gates now are always closed and you need to press the action button in order to open them. Before, if you remember, you just needed to walk away from them. Well, the door was always open, but now the gates always remain closed and you need to press in order to open them.
Just to be fair, that's what gates are
A
for.
lot of things happen. For example, the guards are more on alert. And I don't know if I show it. Yeah, I think I show it. No, I show it later. But essentially, that old woman, the one that was at the fountain tendering for the kids, has basically gone mad because the kids had died during the shade attack. So essentially, she went mad especially because the tavern keeper could not get any more medicine. Another consequence of this time skip is that a couple of the side quests cannot be done now. So a couple of them can be uncompleted. Once again, they're not essential. It's not like you use quest lines if you don't resolve it before the midway point. But they're still technically side quests that you lose. However, if I recall correctly,
to save us.
yeah. If I recall correctly, I didn't lost anything important. I mean, the important side quests so far have been shown. Another good thing is that the shops now sell more stuff, including, for example, the weapons, especially now, since you can equip different stuff. So there you go. And once again, weapons, you need all the weapons in order to get all the endings. So, collect them all.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Sunrise, which is a Naginata type of weapon. Now we need to go to talk to Devola. No, sorry, Popola. I keep confusing the twins. Because she may have like a clue or something. Once again, 5 years have passed, but Papa NieR nor Vice have managed to get around enough information to establish where the Shadowlord may be
You
located.
keep mixing them up, Taylor. It's easy. Popola's the one sitting down, Devil is the one sitting up.
Popola's always sitting down.
Very good, Whips. You understood what I meant.
I'm worried about you.
That'll be fun once I get her back.
Oh, hi, Goofy. Missed you. How have you been doing these 5 years, Goofy?
Well, I have to say, I'm still waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, but in the meantime, we did have a nice...
The sad part is actually may correspond, considering that if anything goes as planned, Square wants to release that game in 2018, 5 years after the teaser.
Perfect. But hey, in the meantime, we did have this cool
There you go,
Goofy
hold on.
movie reunion.
Yeah, better be this one.
You can't suddenly have a lot of energy. You're going to trip and fall if you keep running around like that.
With
Best way I
best
can see.
liver be whatever mind has gone, it's a happier world than this. Yeah, it's funny, but also very sad.
I know, right?
Sure, I think, yeah.
Oh. Well, you look pretty run down.
Just old as all. I'm 896 today.
If you say so. By the way, Papa said she had a letter for you, or something.
Also, hi, doggy.
Of course.
She knows where you live and could have brought it to your house, but I think she's...
She just loves that chair.
Must be
It's
very...
actually welded to her butt.
She had to walk around with the chair on her bottom while walking.
But hold on, guys, and how did she show up for when she and her sister did that duet then, without the chair welded in?
That was a hologram.
Teleportation. And there you go. Once they couldn't manage, due to the circumstances, they couldn't manage to fix the library in all these years. And here's Kainé, a testament to the fact that we failed.
I like how people are still coming to get books, though.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just literature. People need these books probably just to survive.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell's that guy gonna climb up the ladder, though?
Maybe he doesn't need to. Oh well.
Yeah. Rest in pieces.
Kainé.
Yes.
No, she's not being destroyed.
Yeah.
Alright,
she's
let's hear
intact.
this letter.
Oh. Just look at you. You look terrible. I know you're worried about Yona, but you're going to kill yourself.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I'm fine. Just tired as all.
Yeah, sure. You look about as fine as Apollo was during Dual Destinies.
We can't stay all as young and pretty as you, Papa.
Oh my god, he also had an eye patch too,
Keep that
then.
line in mind.
Well, aren't you feeling salty today?
Oh.
Hey, I haven't had sex in 89 years.
Jesus.
No, it's true. You look the same as the day I first met you.
Okay, now you're just embarrassing me.
No, actually, you do look exactly like you're even the exact same position that when we first met you.
Yeah, that's the exact same spot for 10 years.
Here. This is from Emil.
Oh, goody, a letter from Emil.
Thanks.
You'll be reading it, Jova.
Hi, NieR.
No, actually, now he should be a teen.
Hey,
So shouldn't
it's
the
me,
voice
Emil.
drop?
Sorry I've been quiet for so long. Are you and Vice getting along alright? Is he still using big words and making everyone feel dumb? I bet he is. Anyway, I recently stumbled upon some records that might help us in curing Kainé's petrification. Would you mind coming up here to take a look?
Perhaps the time has come to save Kainé.
Great.
Does this mean you'll be leaving the village?
You're like one of the best guards we
my
have.
insignificant things now.
Well, I think she means this in the case that he's one of the...
Get my brother, dear, or something. Sorry. I know things have been rough lately.
It's okay. We know you're doing it for Yona.
Aw.
Yeah, there's my headcanon. Nier's become a sad, depressed drunk.
Actually, that would have fit considering why all these 5 years must have been miserable.
Yeah.
Since then, the only company that makes him happy is cider
And Vice, apparently.
and Vice.
Devil and
Cider in a
Popola went
good
back home.
way.
That
In
made
fact-
me
in
lonely.
fact- In
Oh,
fact,
okay.
sometimes he gets
Now
so
remember,
miserable.
Pedro,
he
the loading screen you need to remember are the one in black.
In fact, sometimes he gets so miserable he hallucinates and thinks that Vice is a hamburger.
Oh, here I'm gonna showcase how to customize your weapon with the words. Since I collected enough for now. The best thing you need to do, at least in my opinion, is to power up the attack power and the item drop rate, because these will help you getting the loot items. You need to power up the weapons and in turn give more damage. For the
Alrighty then.
magic, obviously, is the magic power itself and the MP cost, essentially. And for the martial art, quote-unquote, aka parrying, defending, and dodge rolling, it's usually the physical resistance, which reduce a bit the damage, and the knockback resistance, which allows you to not getting blown across the screen. There are other stuff like the percentage of how effective your weapon may be to break the armor of the enemy, but you're doing an enough job already on your own with your standard attacks anyway, so it's not really important.
Alright.
Also, about what you said before, Pedro, well, it's interesting you mentioned it, because when we'll get to Emil, he will actually sound exactly like he did, and you'll see why. Anyway, with that information from Popola, we actually open to a set of new side quests starting from now. Some of them are not important, like this one from the item shopkeeper, which are the standard: collect 10 bear asses and thank K-Fangs.
I need some ingredients for my items. Go get them, K-Fangs.
Yeah. Others actually concludes some of the story arcs, quote unquote. Alright, do you have a plan, or we are going to walk up to every person we see and shake them until stolen vegetable fall from their pockets?
Let's try asking around the
In
village.
this case, yeah, there are thieves. Oh boy.
Well, you know what happens in the times of apocalypse. Looting!
Yep. If
Anyway.
there's one thing I've learned from media is that the apocalypse is where humanity's true character is revealed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some for the better, some for the worse.
Well, Jova,
kind of
even
the point.
for example, like in stuff like the movie The Road, or even in The Last of Us, it showcases that some human beings take advantage from an apocalypse like this to basically fill their pockets and their bellies.
Yeah, but then
Even
there's
Days
also...
Gone seems to be going that direction.
And
Not
then
just
there are
that, like
those- and then-
because of shortage of food, they'll even resort to cannibalism.
Yeah.
And then there are those humans whose best qualities come out because of the apocalypse.
Yeah, it can be summed up as something that pushes the extreme of emotions. Anyway, this other side quest is essentially collecting materials for repairing the water wheel of a village, which is still functioning right now, but it may be fall apart one day or the other. So essentially, we just need some materials to fix it in order to make sure it will last even longer. And some of them we'll need to get from the Strange Things store in Facade, but it's not important. The thief side quest, however, is a bit more important. I think we're gonna resolve that. Yeah, we're gonna resolve that in a couple of minutes. But as we said, other concludes some story arcs that we established before, while like the ladies housing seafront, while we open up some others, like expanding a bit more on a couple of characters we already met. Anyway, remember the pair of brothers that loaded near the water wheel? I fear they may hiding something from us.
Yeah, I don't trust them. Let's go have a talk.
Goody, the thieves apparently are minor.
Let me guess, they're kids who are stealing it for their sick parent.
You're not completely far off, Joe, but let's just say that you're optimistic.
All right.
Again, if Taro wants to drop a bomb on you, he makes sure it's the atomic one.
That'll probably just be their cover-up story then.
I can only imagine what it'd be like if he had a more when we get to the game
There
that
you
has
are.
the more flashier
There
developers.
we are.
Hey,
You know,
Lives.
jerks behind all those robberies. Right.
If you're so confident, why are you even asking me?
Because he's polite. Your tone betrays your guilt. Confess! Confess now, lest my muscle-bound friend here becomes angry.
Okay, we did it. My brother and I.
Why?
'Cause Dad told us to.
Your father demanded that you steal?
Well, you did just return a boy to his
What kind of
thieving
bastard
family.
forces his own children to a life of crime? I think it's time he and I had a little chat.
I guess we're making up for that kid who we returned to that abusive, thieving family.
Yup.
Probably, yeah.
Got it. I mean, I know his voice is the same in game, but after 5 years of being
Don't
a
worry,
miserable
you're doing a
wreck,
fine job, Dweebs.
Yeah.
I'd have thought he'd have become a
It's
Not
just like he
everyone
said,
changes in
he's
5
tired.
years. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely tired.
And here's the father. You'll be in Pedro, might as well.
you have a pair of sons.
What's up? What's it to you? Why are you gonna ask me all this questions?
Hey, I'm the drunk around here.
You don't look drunk. You're standing upright. You still got a
You're
muscular
forcing your
build.
kids to commit crimes, aren't you?
Crimes? No, it's not like that. I just need to go find some food for the family. You can't go against the family, NieR.
How much money do you have?
Now shut your mouth before I shoot it for you. Bunch of no good meddlers.
Our time is wasted on this drunken scoundrel.
I ought to cut that guy in half and save his sons trouble.
And his blood splashes all over Devola. How shall we explain this to the client?
We'll tell him the truth, and then we'll decide what to do with the kids.
So guys, we have an abusive parent who is also very alcoholic, 2 children that are forced to steal, and a village full of paranoid people.
Stephen
Yay!
King.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Jova, this is supposed to be the remnants of Japan, not Maine.
I know, but those are all Stephen King cliches. Just gonna say.
Hey, speaking of that, I'm actually tempted to go see that new It movie.
Who's
Be
the
my
one
guest.
playing Pennywise this time?
Sorry, Jova?
Who's the guy playing Pennywise this time?
Let me check. Was that mini series?
What?
In the miniseries, it was
It was Tim Curry.
Pennywise
in
is the name of the
miniseries.
clown, Dweebs.
Yeah.
Pennywise in this one. Let me check. He's played.
Essentially, well, to sum it up, essentially Papa NieR is saying to the item shopkeeper to go a bit easy on the kids and probably take them under his wings because the father is clearly not the best role model they have.
A Swedish actor named Bill Skarsgård.
Unfortunately, the item shopkeeper is like, dude, we barely have food for us. Why we should be getting that? But he said, whatever, just try at least.
Well, us shop owners passed the hat and came up with this. I hope it's enough. Aw, and they still kept good on their deal for money to help us.
unthinkable. And yet it's the reality the village faces.
Yeah.
Things are more desperate than I knew.
If we hope to restore the lives of the villagers, we must cull as many shades as we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to that line to sink in to understand that the fact that due to the events and the fact that the situation becomes more desperate, Papa NieR has become, despite his still helpful attitude, has become way more pessimistic and bitter. Like it's
Well, that's
more.
to be expected.
Yeah, but he has like this internal anger that you will see later on the shades themselves. Anyway, in the next part, we'll go see what Emil is doing. See ya.
Yeah.
See yous.
See ya.